Hello students, with this video we will perform a virtual experiment of amylase production, purification and conformation by bacteria. बैक्टीरिया द्वारा amylase का प्रोडक्शन, एंजाइम का प्यूरिफिकेशन और conformation. Coming to the requirements, what we have to prepare: starch agar and starch broth. We have to collect water sample either from sewage or some polluted water, or if we are having pure cultures of bacteria previously isolated, they can also be used for this experiment. We have Erlenmeyer flask, sterile test tubes, Petri plates, inoculation loop, iodine solution, high-speed centrifuge, saturated solution of ammonium sulfate and distilled water. So let us start the practical. The principle behind this test is amylase is an exogenous exoenzyme that hydrolyzes starch. Starch is a complex carbohydrate or polysaccharide, we can say, composed of two constituents, amylase and amylopectin. Amylase production is known in some bacteria like E. coli, Bacillus subtilis, while it is very common in fungal species. The enzyme production is common in fungal species. The ability to degrade starch by amylase enzyme is used as a criteria for determination of amylase production by the microorganisms. The microorganisms produce amylase to degrade the starch present in the surrounding medium or naturally in their surrounding, and they use amylase enzyme extracellularly to degrade the starch and break down it into its components to fetch the soluble carbohydrate and other nutrients. In lab, it is tested by performing the starch test in the medium by using iodine solution as an indicator. हमने पहले भी ये BSc लेवल पे एक्सपेरिमेंट किया होगा. स्टार्च डिग्रेडेशन टेस्ट या स्टार्च प्रेजेंटेशन टेस्ट हम केमिस्ट्री प्रैक्टिकल में भी करते हैं, और उसके अलावा हमने अंडर ग्रेजुएट लेवल पर अमाइलेज प्रोडक्शन टेस्ट भी किया था, जिसमें कि हमने केवल टेस्ट परफॉर्म की थी कि अमाइलेज प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है या नहीं. अब हमको इस एक्सपेरिमेंट में अमाइलेज का प्रोडक्शन करना है, देन कन्फर्मेशन करना है और प्यूरिफिकेशन भी करना है. Starch, if present in the surrounding or medium, it reacts with iodine to produce dark blue color, and where it is left. If the enzyme uses the starch hydrolysis reaction, the starch is depleted, starch is leading to completion. In this case, starch is not available in the surrounding and blue color, typical blue color, is not appeared. So a yellow zone around the growing colony in otherwise blue surrounding indicate the positive amylolytic activity. This is the structure of normal starch, and these are the amylase categories of enzymes. This is beta amylase, which act on beta chain. This is alpha amylase, act on this alpha chain of starch. Then pullulanase group of enzymes are also there. Isoamylase, CGTase, azo 1,4 alpha D glucanase enzymes, then alpha D glucosidase enzymes and glucoamylase enzyme. These are the group of amylases enzymes. They act on monomer with non-reducing end and monomer with non-reducing end. So let's discuss the procedure. The complete experiment is divided into three parts. One is primary screening, then secondary screening, and then production and purification of enzyme. Initially, if we are having 2, 3 or 4 cultures, so we have to carry this primary screening. This primary screening decides whether the given culture is having capacity or having ability to produce amylase or not. So it screens the so many cultures so that we can come to the conclusion that which culture is able to produce amylase. When we are using some previously isolated or freshly isolated cultures, we don't know whether the organism is having capacity to reduce starch or produce amylase. So that we have to go through this primary screening. So for this, you have to prepare starch agar medium and pour into petri plates. Allow it to solidify. Label them properly with the name of culture or the sample you are using. Using sterile techniques, make a single streak inoculation at the center of the petri plate. Inoculate the plates at 37 degrees for 24 hours in inverted position. Inverted position is necessary for incubation. Then next day, flood each plate with iodine solution. Here we can, for primary screening, we can use 2 or 3 cultures in a petri plate, or sometimes 2 cultures in a petri plate. We can use 2 different cultures in a same petri plate to avoid the number of petri plates for use. Flood each plate with iodine solution with the help of dropper for 30 seconds and observe for zone of clearance around the growing colony. Record the observation as per the presence or absence of zone of clearance around the colony. If the fungi or the bacterial culture that you are using is able to secrete the amylase, it will utilize the starch present in the medium, because we have prepared starch agar medium, and that starch is get consumed by the amylase enzyme, that degraded by hydrolyzed by the amylase enzyme, so it does not give the zone of clearance around the growing colony. Next, for secondary screening, those cultures we are positive, which give positive result in primary screening, we bring them for the secondary screening. For this, we have to prepare starch broth medium and transfer 25 ml of starch broth in Erlenmeyer flask. Inoculate each flask with culture sample and incubate it for 24 hours for 2 to 4 days. After incubation, centrifuge the culture at 10,000 rpm for 15 minutes. Take the supernatant and discard the bacterial pellets. Supernatant is having the medium, extracellular amylase medium. Prepare starch agar fish petri plates and allow them to solidify, and with the help of a sterile cork borer, prepare a well in the center of the plate. Pour the supernatant in the well with the help of micropipettes. Here, the precaution is necessary to change the micropipette tip for each sample. If we are having more than 1 bacterial culture, so we have to prepare independent flask for each culture, and we have to go through centrifugation, and each supernatant is poured in the well with the help of a different micropipette tip. Incubate the tips at 37 degrees for 24 hours. Next, flood the plates with iodine solution and observe for zone of clearance around the well. Record the observation as a size of zone in millimeter or centimeter around the well. Next, third part is purification of enzyme. The crude enzyme received after centrifugation needs purification to remove contaminants. The contaminants may be unspent media ingredients and other soluble compounds which need to be removed from the enzyme. So, the positive culture which we identify in the primary and then in secondary screening is again cultivated in a bulk. You need a large amount of culture for purification process. After growing and cultivation, the culture is again centrifuged, and after centrifugation, the supernatant is mixed with saturated solution of ammonium sulfate. This is ammonium sulfate saturated solution is to be added, and this process is called as salting. The salting out is a purification process, purification method that utilizes the reducing solubility of certain molecule in a solution of a very high ionic strength. It creates high ionic strength in the system so that the polypeptides are get precipitated. After this, the Suspension is again subjected to centrifugation for 10,000 RPM for 15 minutes. In this case, if we have available with cooling centrifuge, then it should be used. After purification, the pure enzyme pellet is collected and resuspended in suitable buffer or distilled water and again subjected for confirmation test. This confirmation test is repeated experiment of secondary screening, what we have already done in secondary screening, well preparation and pouring of this pure enzyme. Earlier in secondary screening, the enzyme that we have poured in the wells are crude enzyme, and after salting out, now the enzyme is partially pured or pure enzyme. So the pure enzyme, if confirms the secondary screening result again, and again zone of clearance appear, that confirms the precipitation of enzyme during salting and confirmation of appearance of zone of clearance. Now this pure enzyme may be further used for quantitative estimation or electrophoretic separation for characterization of amylase protein. These are the observation tables. First observation table for primary screening. You have to tabulate your results in this table. This is serial number, name or code of culture. If are already known cultures, so you directly put the name here, or if you have isolated your own culture, then give a code number to each culture and put their sequence here. And this is recording for observation for presence or absence of zone of clearance. Put positive sign for present and negative sign for absent of zone of clearance. You may also record as least positive, moderately positive or highly positive. That will help you for secondary screening. So in this primary screening, you may go for selection of highly positive cultures, which we confirm through secondary screening. In secondary screening, tabulate your results in this table. This is again serial number, name or code of culture, and zone of clearance, that size of clear zone in millimeters or centimeters. Measure the size from center of the well in millimeters with the help of a scale, and write the readings here in either millimeters or centimeters. These are the pictures. This is diagrammatic representation. This is negative culture showing complete blue surrounding. This is positive culture showing white zone of clearance, and this is portion having starch positive. The starch is not get consumed here, and the area around the colony, the starch is get consumed due to the release of extracellular amylase. This is the diagram of picture of culture plate. Here we are showing two cultures, both the cultures are showing positive results, but this is low positive, least positive, and this is highly positive. See the size of zone. Here the zone is clearly visible and with a large area, and here the zone is less. Very small zone is visible. State the result as number of positive cultures in primary screening. If we are going through 5, 6 or 10 cultures, so out of that 4 or 5 cultures will show positive results. So first result will be depicted as positive, number of positive cultures out of the total cultures used for the screening. Then name of highly positive, moderate positive and least positive cultures. Out of the positive cultures, how many cultures are showing positive, highly positive results, moderately positive results and least positive results. This type of result will help for selecting the cultures as highly positive for further confirmation. Then confirmation results after salting out, again secondary screening will be done, and out of the highly positive results or out of the highly positive or moderate positive results, which culture showing the confirmation of amylase production. So depict your result in this type. and then interpret your result as a source of microorganism and probability of amylase production. The microorganism you are using for this experiment is isolated from which kind of source? Generally agricultural cellulosic material or dumping areas, or the soil having starch, receiving starch as a contaminant or polluting agents are mostly show amylase positive results and probability of amylase production. Some precautions should be there. All cultures or inoculations should be done carefully. As we know, we are dealing with microorganisms and we have to perform the inoculation very carefully. Care should be taken while handling the centrifuge. It's an instrument and it has its own precautions. So follow the complete precautions while handling the centrifuge. All observations should be recorded carefully during the experiment. Thank you very much. That's all for this.